welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the last video that I uploaded. I'm going to be pretty regular hopefully with uploading videos about my makeup favourites and things like that. And I was chatting to my boyfriend last night and I was wondering what kind of days that I would like to upload. And his suggestion was I tend to go into Superdrug and Boots and Primark and all the usual kind of haunts at the weekend after I've been paid on a Friday. So he suggested that I upload videos on a Monday and a Tuesday. So I'm going to start trying to do that. I might even upload a few a week, maybe an extra one a week on a Thursday or a Friday, if my channel is successful. So we'll see how that goes, but on a Monday and a Tuesday I think I'm going to have my uploads. So today is Monday, it's my day off, and I thought I would do an upload today. Oh, I haven't really been wearing a lot of products recently on my face other than mascara and a bit of blusher, but that has not stopped me from going into Superdrug and buying up the store. I swear to goodness they know my face more than anybody else's. But anyway, so I've got some products to review today, some face products. So yeah, on with the beauty haul. It's not really a beauty haul, it's just more like things that I've been finding that I've really been enjoying kind of using on my face recently. So first of all, I've been using a cheek palette from the brand Revolution, which has just recently opened up in Superdrug. You can't find them in every single Superdrug. I actually was looking for one of their face palettes, and I couldn't find it in a couple of shops, a couple of the Superdrugs. So they're not in every single Superdrug, but they are in quite a lot of them. But this brand is fantastic. I just came across it recently, and their stuff is really, really good for the price. It's a kind of lower end, kind of budget friendly makeup brand, and for the price, the stuff is great. It's really, really good. They have eye palettes that could rival the Naked kind of palettes, the Naked eye palettes. They've got cheek palettes, they've got lipsticks, they've got everything. Definitely go and check them out. But the first thing that I've been using is this palette from Revolution, and it's their blusher palette, and it has highlighter in it as well. I actually have it on today. You might not be able to see, but I've got it on my cheeks today, and it is fantastic. Just take this little plastic bit away. You get, the packaging is lovely. It's really, really nice for the price. It's lovely, and you get these 8 colours. You get seven colours, and then you get a wee highlight here. And this colour almost has a little bit of highlight in it, so it could kind of be like the NARS Orgasm blush, with a little bit of shimmer in it. But certainly these colours are all matte. My boyfriend says he couldn't tell the difference between all of them, but I could tell the difference, so that was the main thing. And this one is a wee highlighter, so I have this colour on my cheeks today. You might not be able to see it because of the quality of the camera, but it's a lovely little kind of peachy pinky tones kind of blusher. They're all sort of like peachy kind of orangey toned blushers. This one's quite an orange one. I haven't tried it out yet. I'll need to be brave and try it out, but I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm going to try that one. I've tried these two and I've tried these two as well, and it's quite good to mix them together as well, just to get a little bit more of a kind of a deeper colour. But the pigment of these is fantastic. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, if I can just kind of show you, the pigment is fantastic. The pigment's really good, and I mean, for the price, it's perfect. I think this palette was about between £6 and £8, but I'll find out the exact price for you. It was either £6 or £8. But yeah, you get a nice big mirror with it, so it's perfect if you've got a big-ish bag with you and you can shove it in. And yeah, you've got the highlighter there, and you've got the little highlighted blusher here. So yeah, it's a fantastic palette for the price. These are all nice wee matte cheek colours. And yeah, you can certainly kind of mix it up. You can either mix them together or kind of have like, you can wear them alone. Didn't know where I was going with that one there. You can wear them alone, or you can mix them up. and it just gives you a bit more choice, because for a long time I was actually using just the one pink kind of blusher, and then I've seen a lot of YouTubers wearing different kind of style blushers, like they were maybe having a peach one or an orange one, and it was really creating a lot of different looks. So this kind of palette is fantastic if that's the kind of thing you want to do. It just gives you a wee bit more choice and more options, and it would be really good kind of like with your contour as well. It's kind of like give it kind of a nice wee bronze look. It would just kind of add to that as well. So it'd be great for your holidays too. So certainly this palette is fantastic for the price, budget friendly, and I mean the packaging is great as well. I mean, when I bought this, I felt as if I was buying something that was a lot more expensive, and I felt great coming out of Superdrug with it. It was really, really good, and I've certainly used it, and it feels really good just to kind of switch up your kind of blusher colour. But yeah, certainly try that one out, that's perfect. Nearly forgot to tell you what this palette was called. This one is Hot Spice, but they have a few more of them on the Revolution stand. I can't remember the names of the other ones, but if you're not wanting kind of orangey toned blushers or peachy toned blushers, they have pink toned ones as well. So they have palettes with pink toned ones, and I think they have another one. I'm not sure if it's kind of more bronzy colours, but they certainly have other palettes as well. But this one is the Hot Spice one, so yeah, definitely try that out. So the next kind of cheap product that I've been trying is this new one by Collection. It's called the Gorgeous Glow. It certainly does give you a gorgeous glow. It is really, really nice. I'd actually seen it in their Bare magazine, the magazine that they bring out for where you can either, I think you can buy it or you can get it free if you have a loyalty card, a Superdrug loyalty card. And I'd seen it in the magazine, and they tend to kind of put things in the magazine that maybe haven't been brought out yet, and every time I see it in the magazine, I'll be sitting reading it outside the shop, and then I'll try and run back in the shop and get whatever I've seen in the magazine, but sometimes it's not in yet. So this one they didn't actually have yet in Superdrug. When I ran back in the store to try and find it, they didn't have it in as yet. So I actually forgot all about it, and I work in a shopping centre, and I headed into Superdrug one day to get cotton wool pads or something like that, just before my work, and I just thought, I'll just have a quick look at the makeup stand. I always do, it's terrible, don't need any more makeup. But I went over and I had a wee look at the Collection stand, and they had this in, but there was none left. There was only the tester left. This one is in number 1 blush block, and it says beautiful shimmering shades to add highlight and colour for a healthy glow. So they only had the tester left of this one, and they have another one, I think it's kind of more bronzy shades, and I'm not sure if it's called Shimmer Block maybe, but certainly you can go and have a wee look. But I'll open this up if I can get it open, and yeah, like it says, it has all your shimmering shades. I don't know if you can see. It's got a kind of a highlighter here, and then these other shades, it's kind of like got a couple of peachy toned ones, gold toned ones. There's a kind of gold toned one kind of up here, and it's all kind of shimmery. And when you put it on, you can certainly use them individually, but what will happen is, I think some of the colours will kind of go into like maybe the highlighter and things like that, but when you kind of swirl them together, it kind of creates this lovely kind of shimmery orangey kind of toned blusher. But it is absolutely gorgeous. It goes really well with kind of like your contouring and your bronzer. It's lovely swirled together, and it would be lovely like during the summer, just for that kind of like a wee bit of glow. It might be kind of subtle for some people. I kind of tend to like a little bit more colour on my cheeks, so it might kind of be a wee bit too subtle. You might want to add a pop of colour underneath it, just a little bit, just to kind of warm it up a wee bit. But certainly this one is lovely. You got all these different colours, you can swirl them together, and it's just really good for on the go, and you can just have that nice little bit of flush, and it just gives you that little bit of highlight as well. So it's kind of like an all-in-one. You don't have to carry your highlighter with you as well, because it kind of gives you that little highlight. So certainly this was popular. This was very popular. They only had the tester left, and I ended up getting it in Boots actually, because I went along to Boots, and I had to look at it, and it was on offer at the time. I don't know if it's still on offer. It was on offer for £2.99 I think. and I think it's going to be going up to £3.99. I'm not sure, it might have already gone up in price, so I'm not sure how that is, but I got it for £2.99. But they had it in Boots, and I was going to leave it till after my work, and I thought, no, I'm going in to get it, so I thought I would just get it. And the thing is, so that is a really, really good one to try. The thing is, I had already, this is terrible, I had already been to Superdrug at the weekend, because this was a Monday. I went into Boots to get the Gorgeous Glow blusher by Collection, and at the weekend I had already bought a palette that I had been lusting after, by the brand called Sleek, that Superdrug do as well, and I'd already bought their palette, which was more or less like, kind of like the blusher in this palette by Sleek was more or less like having the Gorgeous Glow, so I didn't really need it, but I thought, well, it's £3, so I'll get it and I can just use it for different occasions. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So this Sleek makeup palette, this is their Face Form Contouring and Blush palette, and it says Face Form is the ultimate contouring multi-palette, a matte, easy to blend contour powder, and you also get an illuminating highlighter in it as well. So I got it in the colour Fair. They do fair, I think they do fair, light, medium, and I think they might do dark. So it's basically this palette here. Oh, sorry. Shining light right in your eyes. And it's this palette here. And basically, I would say it's like a dupe for the Urban Decay. I think it's their naked kind of highlighting palette, and it's got like a blusher and a bronzer and a wee highlighter in it. So you get I've heard that this is like a dupe for the NARS Orgasm. It's sort of like a kind of quite a pinky, peachy toned kind of blusher with a little bit of kind of goldy shimmer in it. The Gorgeous Glow by Collection is a little bit lighter than it, but you get that blusher, you get the highlighter, and you also get a wee bronzer, which I just thought was perfect because I tend to like to touch up my makeup after my work because I work in a restaurant, so my makeup just gets absolutely destroyed. Well, not destroyed, it just kind of melts off my face a little bit. So I thought to myself, well, this would be perfect because I've got everything in the one place. I've got a mirror and I can just chuck it in my bag, and I can have my contour and I can have my blusher and cannot talk and I can have my highlight all in the one palette. So certainly it's nice sturdy packaging. You've got your mirror here, and yeah, you've got your bronzer, your contour, I was about to say, your bronzer, your highlight, and your blusher, which is, yes, the dupe for the NARS Orgasm blusher. The highlight is, I mean, I read some reviews on this before I got it, but the highlight is really, really pigmented. I don't know if you can see it there. It's really pigmented. I have it on today. I have another highlight on the top of it that I'm going to talk about in a wee second. But it's just absolutely perfect. I did some research on it before I bought it because it's 10, I was trying to check the price, which is not actually on the thing. It's £10 this one. It's £9.99. So I wanted to kind of read up on it before I bought it because I thought to myself, well, it's an investment. I just thought it would be, because it's sort of pricey just for like a little palette, but if you're looking for a dupe for the Urban Decay, I think it's the cheek highlighting palette, I'm not sure what it's called, this is certainly a really, really good one. The bronzer goes on really nicely, it's not too dark, it's not too orangey, it's certainly nice for my skin tone, for a wee bit fairer complexion, but obviously there's other ones, there's other colours for other skin tones, and they have the blusher and the light is the same as the one in the Fair as well. I'm not sure what the blushers are in the medium and the dark skin tone ones, it might be a different one, but certainly try this one out. This is perfect. The bronzer goes on lovely. The bronzer goes on really nice, the highlighter goes on lovely as well, and the blusher just gives you a lovely kind of flush to your cheeks. So certainly for £9.99 that's a really good bargain because you can just throw it in your bag, and you don't have to buy all the things individually. So yeah, certainly this one's a really good one to try. Another thing that I try, so I have another highlight on. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see it all, but I have a highlighter just here, just on here, and just in the inner corner of my eyes, and just up here, just on my brow bone. And this is from Makeup Revolution once again. I can't tell you how much I'm just absolutely loving Makeup Revolution just now. I'm actually just going to tip this forward a little bit because I'm not sure if it's, not sure if it's proper. I'm still getting to grips with this matte camera. But yeah, this is from Makeup Revolution. And this is called their Vivid Baked Highlighter. I'm absolutely loving Makeup Revolution just now. They have a lot of really, really good things. I can't rave about them enough. They're really, really good. And I actually saw, it was Freddie, my love, was using this in her everyday makeup routine. And even before she started the makeup routine, I just thought, oh, her highlighter is just absolutely beautiful. And when she said it, when I read in the bottom, in the information bar what it was, I couldn't believe it, and I just ran down to Superdrug to get this. It's only £3, I think. It's only £3 for this, which is fantastic, and it's really pigmented, as you can see, because you can see the highlight and you can see it in the inner corner of my eyes. You can't so much see it on my cheeks. But what I do is I layer this on top of the highlighter that I have in the sleek palette before I go out. I don't tend to carry this in my bag as well. I tend to just use the highlighter that I've got in the sleek palette, so that like I said, I'm not carrying lots of different things. But this is what it looks like, and it's nice sturdy packaging again, and this is it here. So you can see how pigmented it is. And this is their Peach Lights one, and it just goes on lovely. It just gives a nice subtle glow. It's not glittery. It just gives that nice kind of sheen. Do you know, that nice kind of sheen? And I think they do it in a pink lights, and I'm not sure what else they do. Maybe a golden lights as well. So you can certainly like mix and match for your different types of skin tones. I got this just because I've kind of got yellow undertones to my skin, but I sometimes think if I have anything that's gold, I sometimes think it's just a wee bit too goldy for my skin, just because I think sometimes gold things look a bit better if your skin's a wee bit more bronze, if you've got bronzer on, or your skin's a wee bit more of a deeper shade. So I went for the Peach Lights one, and it's just perfect for me. You can use it in the inner corner of your eyes, you can highlight your brow bone, you can highlight just the top of your cheekbones here, and it is just lovely just for layering over even your current highlighter, just to give a little bit more. And you can even put a little bit in your pupils bow as well. So definitely this is a must, and it's only £3. What a bargain. So yeah, so I've kind of really been liking the, I'm going to totally contradict myself because I have a matte foundation to show you, and then I have some highlighting products. Like I have what's the word, illuminating products to show you, kind of like products that are going to give you a kind of a glowy, dewy look to the skin. And it was after watching Freddie, my love's videos, pardon me, it was after watching Freddie, my love's videos, where I just really liked the fact that her skin was really illuminated, and it just looked lovely, and I just thought that is gorgeous. And I'm actually, well, I'm not old, but I'm getting a little bit older, so sometimes if I have matte products in my skin, it really shows up kind of like any tiny fine lines I have or anything like that. So I'm kind of trying to lean more towards kind of things that illuminate my skin, whereas when I was younger I would go for more matte products. I used to use a lot of kind of mattifying foundations, primers, a lot of powder, things like that. So I'm going to completely contradict myself because I have some matte products as well that I kind of use for maybe nights out, so as I don't kind of end up looking really shiny. But certainly these are the kind of couple of things that I'd like to show you. This is some face products that I'd like to show you. Okay, so the first thing I have to show you is a liquid highlighter that Rimmel recently brought out called Good to Glow. Yeah, Good to Glow. So this is it here. Oh, this is it here, and this is in the shade 001 Nottinghill Glow. And they have another couple of shades. I can't remember what their other couple of shades are, but I think they have 2 shades. And again, it was the whole kind of like, I think it was going into more golden tones, things like that. So this is the one that was better for my face. It's sort of like a pinky liquid highlighter, and this is really, really good. I saw this in the Superdrug magazine, and rushed into Superdrug, they didn't have it out yet, but then I went to Boots. I was just in Boots one day and I saw this, and I had to try it out, and it was lovely in the shop. It's not glittery, it's just sort of quite shimmery, but it's really, really good. It's quite good to put on, first of all, just on your cheekbone, just for that kind of highlighted effect. You could even mix it into your moisturiser. I haven't done that yet, but you could mix it into your moisturiser just for a little bit of a glow. But it's really good for putting your cheekbones, and then going over it again with like a little bit of a powder highlighter, kind of like the one from Revolution that I showed you. But this says it's an instant buildable illuminator and highlighter, light reflecting pigments for a radiant and luminous look. The lightweight liquid texture can be used on face and décolleté, and can be worn alone or blended with foundation for a subtle all-over glow. Add an instant touch of radiance to your look. So this, it does exactly what it says in the tin. It is really, really good. You could add it to your foundation, to your moisturiser if you're just going for a natural look, or yeah, like I said, you can use it to kind of highlight the top of your cheekbones, in the corner of your eyes, kind of like your brow bone and your cupid's bow, and then just go over it with a powder highlighter as well. But this is really, really good. I really like this. I can't remember how much this was. I think again this was on offer. I think I got it for $3.99 maybe at the time, but I think it might have gone up in price now. But certainly I'll link all the prices below in the bottom bar, so I'll link all the prices of all these things and all these things that I'm reviewing just now. I'll definitely link it below, so have a wee look at that. But some of these things I got on offer, so the price might have changed now, but this is definitely one to try for your holidays or the summer. Let's have a wee look. Another thing that I got that was illuminating is this. Again, I saw it on Freddie My Love's channel. I just thought her makeup look was absolutely gorgeous. It was really, really nice. It's the Bourjois Happy Lights primer. I'm not usually one for primers. Sometimes I think they can, I don't know, sometimes I think they don't really do much. I might not maybe be leaving it as long as I should to kind of settle into my skin, but I'd seen this before and I wanted to get the mattifying one. Again, I was trying all the mattifying products and I never actually got it. I think I read like maybe a couple of like middle of the road reviews and I just thought, oh, I'll just leave it because it's about $9.99 for this primer. And then when I saw it again, I'd completely forgotten all about it, and then I saw it on Freddie My Love's channel, and yeah, I've tried this out and it's lovely. It was actually, I had it on Saturday. I went to the swimming, and when I came out I just wanted to just put a really kind of bare face look in my face. Yeah, so anyway, I wanted my makeup to look kind of bare face after the swimming, and I put this on just over my moisturiser. I let my moisturiser sink in, and then I put this on, and this just gives a lovely kind of smooth look to your face. Yeah, it definitely smooths out your face, and it just gives a kind of a light illuminating. It's almost like you've just put a really nice kind of, moisturiser on your face, and it's just lovely. And it's a serum primer, and it says illuminates the complexion and hydration. And it has smoothing action for refined skin, and it's ideal for normal to dry skin. I don't have dry skin, I kind of have combination skin, but this stuff is lovely just for giving you that kind of like no makeup look, but you still have something there, because that's what my boyfriend said to me. He says your makeup looks really smooth today. So it's good. It's always good if your boyfriend kind of notices your makeup, because usually, I don't know, usually boys are kind of like, they don't really notice things sometimes. So like to do with your makeup or hair, sometimes they don't notice, so you really notice when I had this on. So definitely try this out. I think this one's $9.99, so it's, I think you get about 30, no, you get 15ml, sorry, but a little goes a long way. You only need a couple of pumps, put it all over your face, And yeah, this is a good one. So it's a good reinvestment if you're looking for kind of like something that's more, that gives you that illuminated. I know that was a long video, but hopefully some of the reviews have helped you, kind of like if you're looking for new face products. I hope that the videos kind of helped you get some new ideas. And yes, if you like some of the stuff, you can go and try it. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you on my next video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.